The next item is the Special Diocesan Review Commission, which was mentioned in some detail already in the Diocesan Council report, but also has its own slot at this point. Obviously, most members, I know it's a new triennium, most members will be aware that this was set up at a special synod in June of last year with specific terms of reference, which may be available later in the discussion. We've heard how it's been impeded by circumstances in aspects of its work, but much has been achieved and much will be achieved. But clearly the time frame originally set out is just not feasible because of the impossibility of meeting people in parishes face to face in particular. But I'd like to pay tribute to the members, and in particular to Ms. Dorcas Collier Hannon, who accepted my invitation to take on the onerous task of chairing and convening this, and I'd like to ask her to provide the Synod with an update and with some words.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so Bishop, thank you for the very kind words, and good afternoon, Bishop, Archdeacons, clergy and Synod persons. The Diocesan Review Commission team, we continue to work away in the background of COVID as best as we can. And we're carrying out the task that was given to us at the 2019 Special Synod. The job we were given is indeed large and extensive. We are to explore the strengths and weaknesses within the diocese, having special regard to imaginative spiritual outreach and faith, financial needs, and the deployment of ministry, so that each stakeholder can plan, prepare for their and their children's future with hope and confidence. To do this, we have to meet, listen, and hear all stakeholders. The responses from questionnaires that we circulated to clergy and retired clergy have been reviewed and collated. In order to do this, we sourced expert advice so that our methodology would stand up. These surveys have somewhat helped to shape our thinking as we progress and will form part of our final report. I can advise Synod today that despite everything that 2020 has brought, our remit and our determination as a team to do our job remains unchanged. Our job has been made more challenging with COVID restrictions and infection control precautions. And over the summer, we had hoped to start our face-to-face meetings with parishes. However, like so many from within the diocese, we as a team had to rethink our plans, and we had to adapt and modify quickly. To make best use of valuable time, we were forced to rethink and change the sequence of our meetings. And rather than meeting with parishes and unions, we have had to start meetings with smaller committees and groups from within the diocese. These smaller meetings have worked well over a similar Zoom platform as today. And we have, before the end of the year, further meetings planned with the Mothers Union, the Youth Advisory Group, Boys Brigade, and the Girls Friendly Society. Once our smaller group meetings are over, we hope then, God willing, that in the third quarter of 2021, that our parish visits will commence. As we have stated from the start, we are coming with open minds to listen and learn, and we believe that those at the grassroots are best placed to identify what works well, what will benefit from our recommendations, and what plans parishes have for the future. We are, unfortunately, not where we had planned to be at this stage, but the context in which we must proceed has changed immeasurably in the last 10 months. As a result, we present our motion to Synod today, as we, along with everybody else, try to work within the limits imposed by COVID. And we hope that Synod look favourably on our motion as set out today and will allow us to continue our work. So Bishop, I might hand back over to you. Do you want me to read through the motion?
No, I think people have it on their paper that was sent out to them. Yeah. So I think does Mr. Codd wish to speak?
Bishop, just to formally second the motion, to thank the members of the committee and of the commission, and to particularly thank Dorcas for her diligence, her dedication, her ability, and her energy, and just for being such a really nice person to lead this commission. I formally second it, Bishop.
Is there any, I know this is difficult, is there any discussion, anybody jumping into the chat room or waving their arms? Perhaps the chairperson could simply remind us of the membership again. I know that this was the subject of careful discussion at a previous synod, and indeed we had a lot of interest and we had a vote. So the people have a mandate, but in this new triennium, we need to renew that mandate. And could you just remind everyone who your colleagues are? I'm sure we will renew our faith in them, but just to, again, know their names.
Thank you, Bishop. And Richard, thank you for your very kind words. We have on our team, we have Linda Rainsbury, we have Gillian Purser, Phyllis Grothier, Eric Driver, Canon Cruikshank, and Dean Tom Gordon, and that's the membership of the team. And I have to say the team is working extremely well. We see things from different angles. Now that's not saying everything is happy dappy do all the time, but we do have very well shaped forms, opinions, and we're working very, very well together.
Thank you very much for that. Well, I think if we could put up the poll in relation to the motion, as I see nothing in the chat box, and we're grateful for the summary and the update. And these are all very busy people who have gelled very well with a sense of their very varied perspective on their common task. And I join again in particular tribute to the chairperson who took up this burden because I asked her, which I don't know whether that was a happy experience, but she took up the burden very willingly, and proves the point. If you want something done, ask a very busy person. And when you think of how in her professional life the present situation has made demands on the chairperson, it only emphasises her commitment to this task and her ability to hold so many things together. So we have the poll. Could that motion be approved? Please vote and submit. All decisively passed, and 99-ish%. So thank you very much indeed.